Alright. How's it going, everyone? How's it going, MGTOWs, MRAs? Anybody in the manosphere that's fucking, trying to do what's right and, shake, at the very least, shake the yokes of the system off you. I have to commend you. I want to make this point, and I think the best way I can make it is to show you a debate. This is the norm for me. And I want to show you how Americans, women, especially women, will argue with a distraught father that may never know his kids. Let me say that again. They will argue with a distraught father and make it seem like no big deal that he may never know his kids and he just needs to stop whining, basically. Even if the kids are with an abuser on record. And I'm not just saying that to sling mud. My kids are, let me say this again. I've said it in other videos. And I'm going to make this clear to everybody. My kids are with an abuser on record. That shows me that the whole system is a fraud right now. My ex lost my kids because she left them in her shitty diapers and didn't feed them. This is all on record. She lost several kids. They give the mother of my kids kids to practice on, like you would a little girl, a doll, and watch her swinging around and smack it off things and drag it in the dirt. Basically, that's what they do. That's how I describe the situation with my kid's mother. Anyway, Americans will argue with a distraught father who may never know his kids and rationalize that they should be with the abusive mother. Hang on a second. Okay, that was next door. I thought someone was beeping outside my apartment. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this, man. I've already prefaced that I'm not trying to waste time. It's absolutely absurd. So here, let's go on. This is a feminist that wants to say she quit Women Against Feminism because it was an echo chamber and blah, blah, blah. And it's the whole thing like MGTOW is like feminism and shit. All right, so here we go. It's better. I said it's better. She says the MGTOW people hate women. I said it's better they, MGTOW, hate women than end up in jail on false allegations or paying for a kid they never see, I guess. Which is the most likely outcome for men in relationships now. Feminism is way more of an echo chamber than any male group, as feminists all sit around and agree on shit that is completely untrue. MGTOW has legitimate complaints. Men have legitimate complaints. Women do have the upper hand now, and in most important areas like family and children, trust me, like families and children, that is like where the rubber meets the road, right? I mean, the women want to control the family and then point at some blurry figure, rich guy that supposedly runs things somewhere in a patriarchy, as they run the entire family and raise all the children. So trust me, the day MGTOW is like feminism, I will be gone. I will definitely distance myself from anything that is even comparable to feminism. Let me tell you right now, if this was anything like feminism, I would not be in this movement. That's the end of story, end of debate. So it goes on, and I gotta view all these. Look at this. I'll try to, just so you can pause the screen if you want to not listen to me and read all this yourself, but you know what I mean? Feminism is winning way more ground. They've been doing it since the 70s, blah. What do you expect? I'm just kind of paraphrasing. Can anyone say Ghostbusters? They've been doing it since the 70s, so, what do you expect? Oh, what do you expect? What do you expect to see your kids, Stuart? You expect to see your kids, Stu? Feminists been doing this since the 70s. So I told her I'd get back to her because I didn't think she was going to respond. You will see that people either shut up and they won't respond to me because there's nothing they can say. They either have to make a complete idiot out of themselves, or they have to basically, or they basically can't say anything at all. Sorry, I almost forgot what I was saying. Yeah, either that or they just shut up and they can't say anything else. They give me all these stupid remarks, and I defeat every single remark, and then they shut up. I could show you these debates. I win every time. because I'm right. I have right on my side. Kids should be seeing their fathers. I don't care what, even if I was the only guy in the world that this had happened to, and men were generally bad and shouldn't see kids, it would be a travesty. I'm telling you right now. I want, I'll never meet my kids. No big deal in America. No big deal if kids meet their dads or not. So anyway, I was here in the 70s. Yeah, I know all about it. She's going to school me. I was here when it all started. I was one of the first generation SJWs. I was born in 1971 and was going to public school. And I tell her how I was a big simp and I listened to all the women and blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to shorten this. You can go, I'll leave the link to this so you can just read all this. But at the end, she tries to tell me, after she agreed with me that feminists are winning and women have the upper hand and all this stuff, then she tries to switch her stance and tell me it's anecdotal, that my evidence is all anecdotal, it's just my experiences. So I told her, I said, let me see. Look at it. No, she says, Stuart, I happen to know a few guys with custody, but you do realize all of this is anecdotal evidence, correct? Oh, so what? You never see your kids? Oh, that's just your fault. As my kids are with an abuser, and that you're talking to a married evil vagina beast. Are you telling me I'm going to do all of these horrible things because of what's between my legs? I said it's no longer anecdotal. She is doing it. She's doing it to me right now. That's what I told her. You're doing it to me right now. So no, it's no longer anecdotal. Studies are showing that women are just like men, except you now have the system behind you as well, as if you're still the victims of men. Women being responsible for almost half domestic violence, in relationships, cheating, child abuse, you name it. It's almost even, showing both men and women are just as immoral, but yet we both only know a few guys that have custody, basically, I think I said. We both only know a few guys with full custody. That's all public info now. Now, not even up for debate, and what you are... And what are women as a whole doing to change that? It's been known for a while now. You want me to just sit here. They want you to shut up. They want you to sit there and shut up and be happy not seeing your kids. And just say, oh, well, me not seeing my kids is just one bad thing that happened to me. It's not an injustice. It's just some random bad thing that happened or a bad choice that I made. Not that it's systematic when every indicator around me shows it's systematic. You're doing what I say women do right now. You're minimizing my views and experiences, saying, oh, that just happened to you, and I get no benefit of the doubt as a man. I get no benefit, and you literally want to argue with a hurt, emotionally distraught male who may never know his kids, and then rub it in my face that you know a few guys that have custody. What is she going to say to that? You know what I'm saying? And people sometimes they'll continue to argue with you, and they will try to justify that my kid. They will say, because I made a bad choice, my kids deserve to be with an abuser. That's my punishment, is to watch my kids be abused. And nothing should happen to the mother. Or they try to tell me it's just something that happened to me, it's no big deal, and I should just, stop. It's like, oh, Stuart, your kids are never going to meet you, big deal. You know what I mean? This is what we're up against. This is what we're up against, men. I want you to see this stuff. You can go read this. I could show you other arguments like this. I got in 2 debates today where they just declined. They stopped even talking. And MGTOW do it too. There's MGTOW out there that you're a bunch of fucking. There's MGTOW out there. I'm calling you out right now. You're a bunch of fucking pussies and fucking. I don't even want to say pussies because I don't want to act like I'm not trying. This isn't a tough guy. You're fake. There's a bunch of MGTOWs out there. You're fake. And a lot of you, I still listen to the ones who, you don't show your faces and use your real name because I like the information. But I don't necessarily respect a lot of you that do that. I do it on purpose because I want to show that if you are a male with no criminal record and you have kids, nobody, and the kids never meet you, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's not that men don't want, because nobody wants to talk about that. All the billboards say, oh, be a good dad and go visit your kids. But nobody wants to talk about the men who want to go see their kids and are told, oh, shut up. In so many words, get over it and shut up. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a nice evening.